Good morning, my fellow traders. Hope you all doing great. And I hope you all enjoying your weekend. Another weekend's video. But remember, the last weekend's video, we took 15 trades, around 14 trades. And out of that, all 14 hit take profit. Talking about the trades we have taken in the group, on my YouTube channel, and all the trades were verified, and those were the trades I've shown from the previous video. Nothing was made up just for the video, and that is why I trust in full transparency, and I show you how I take my trades, what conditions I look for to take my entries, what conferences I look for to take my entries. Without ifs, without buts, there is conditions. You go for it. Either it's going to hit your stop loss or it's going to hit your take profit. Now, if you have seen my last weekend's video, this trade was already running, and as you can see, both 82 pips and 120 pips take profit has been hit. So if you have seen that, you know I've taken this trade. That was live running on my account. I've also shown you a real account where this trade was running. So if you have seen that, then that was a good trade. So that is what we call patience and taking a trades with conditions. Now, this weekend's video, I'm going to show you the trades which is running, the trades I've already taken, the trades I've sent in my priority group, and one trade which I came out early. Now, if you follow me from last couple of years, and if you are my members from last couple of years, then I only do that very rarely. Once I take my trades, I don't normally come out quickly, but that hit my smaller target. If it hit my smaller target, I normally come out, and I just don't came out myself. I have also given the shout out to my students who were in those trades and my members to come out and manage that trade. So that is something I'm going to show you. Some losses I had, that's something I'm going to show you. The trades I have taken, some good trades, the zones that reacted, and lots more to learn with in the first part of this video. And then we're going to do analysis of net gas, gold, silver, and crude oil. So if you watch the first part of the video, I'm sure you're going to learn something from it. If not, that's totally cool. You'll see the timestamp there where you can skip it directly to my analysis part. Now, I want to talk about this trade. Now, if you remember, again, if you have not seen my last weekend's video, trust me guys, that was a very good video, something very educational in that video. All commodities were added. Make sure you just go back 7 days ago. That was the longest video you will see, and watch that video. You'll see the all 14 trades which I've sent, all of them hit the take profit. So that was a trade here that was shown the last weekend's video. Now the price broken down, and what do you see? We had a breakout, right? Breakout afterwards, what do you see? A pullback, and that pullback rejected where below 50 EMA and at 20 EMA, and we had what? A bearish engulfing pattern. Now, and if you follow me, you know that's my valid entry, and if you follow me, you know that when we have these type of momentum candle, I normally tends to enter at the half of this candle just to avoid these type of move that can avoid hitting stop loss with these type of moves. So I like to give the price a room before I enter my trade. So I've entered the half, and exactly it hit my take profit and start to push up. Now, if you ask me, Umar, why the price just hit to take profit and pushes back up? Now, trust me, for the keyboard warriors, I didn't make this trade up. I clearly mentioned these targets. You see the 58 pips target? So no worries. Let me take you to the live session where I mentioned about this trade and the live targets as well. I've given exact same targets, 58 pips, so that you can see how I've entered this trade and what I've looked at to enter this trade. And this trade has a very good example of the patience, which I'm going to get to very shortly after you see this video. I was looking at one nice pullback entry bearish right here. So as that's a very strong momentum candle, the entry is normally right here, but if you would like to enter a bit higher, that would be more safer. I would like to enter a bit higher. So both targets are in the play. Either you enter right here or right here. That's totally up to you. For me, I will prefer entering at the pullback, and then I will take 58 pips for the bigger targets. Perfect. So you see the exact targets I've given. Now, why the market moves exactly hitting my stop loss, exactly hit my take profit and pushes up. Now, this has happened multiple times, and why I was aligned with my take profit, because I take my trades with exact calculations of the ATR, of the volatility. For my entries, these type of entries, I have exact rules of stops and target. I do that calculation. For pullback entry, I have different numbers of stops and target. For the aggressive entry, I have different number of stops and target. For double bottoms, double top, that's different. And for all the other strategy, that's different, because these are tested. That is why exactly hit. Now, who knows, it's going to push down again later on, but that is how we aligned ourselves with stop loss as well. Now, the example I was talking about. Now, this trade came all the way down in profit. Now, I entered it exactly here. That was my limit order. And then it pushes up. Now, who knows, it's going to hit my stop loss, but I was patient enough. I knew that my stop loss is aligned It's above 50 EMA. I have a protection of 50 EMA, but what worse could have happened? It hit my stop loss. But I was not looking at this trade. I've looked at it once, and I'm also a human being. Of course, I had a feeling it might hit my stop loss, but then I stopped looking at the market. I closed my app and I looked at the other trades. So that is my psychology. If I look at the trades, if I keep on watching that, keep watching the numbers in minus, then what I'll do, I will come out exactly here with a sigh of relief that, oh God, thank God, I'm back in break even or little profit, and come out. And what happens afterwards? The market exactly hits your take profit. Now, you would have missed this move only because, first, you are not patient. Second, you are over risking your account balance. Now, let me tell you my personal risk tolerance. Previously, I had 2% of risk tolerance. Now, I can only take 1% of risk of my account balance. If I take 1% of risk, I'm not panic. But if I go above 1%, sometimes I do that. If I go at 2% and my trades are running in loss, I think I don't tolerate that. So you can tell by taking these trades. You can tell by your own intuition, your own experience, by taking the risk of 1%, you know that yes, this loss is bearable. But if you go 2%, even though 2% is also not too much, but even if you take 2%, you think that's too much loss for you, don't take it. Stick with one single percentage, the one you can easily bear, and then you will not get panic in these type of move. You know that you have accepted the loss, maximum loss will be this number, and if it's your take profit, you can manage your trades to the next zone right here, come out at break even, and let it run risk free. And that is how you need to be trading, right? If you take some good trades, close first trade. Example right here, I've taken 2 trades with split risk. This take profit hit, I moved my stop loss to break even, and this was running, and then both hit take profit. Now, I had a good number of take profit here, then if it hit, the next one hit my stop loss, I'm still in profit. But that is how you can do. Split your risk, take 2 trades, or move your stop loss to break even, manage your trades to the next level of support, which is right here, exactly somewhere here where I'm expecting a price to get to. But at least you will be running risk free. And or you can do your trailing stop as well. Move your stop loss above 20 EMA so that you can have a protection of 20 EMA. There are multiple ways you can do your risk management, and that is how I take my own trades and try to teach you as well through this video, especially over the weekend where I have good time to show you my trades, show you my risk management. So again, my tolerance is 1%, and this is a pain in the ass trade, but trust me guys, that is worth the wait. So that was something shown in the live session, showing the example, and that nicely hit the take profit. Now, the trade I came out a bit earlier, which is right. Now, I don't do that much if my first take profit is hit for the smaller target, and if I think that's a risky trade and it's worth coming out quick and early, then I do that. And I also send that to my members. Now, this was a trade that was also mentioned in the live session, but since I've sent that as an alert, as you can see right here, now I've clearly mentioned risky trade due to some factor, a consolidation market, and I want to show you that is a consolidation and ranging market. That is why I was not really comfortable to go for a longer target. Now, right here, that was sent as an alert, and then when the market pushes up, hit my take profit 1, and I've already sent an email, as you can see, to my members that I've partially closed my trade with 24 pips take profit and move my stop loss to break even. And it's totally up to you how you want to manage your trade. Either you can move your stop loss to break even or just come out of the trade. Now, partially mean I've entered 2 trades, one with a bigger target, one with a smaller target, and when this take profit was hit, I moved my stop loss to break even, and for this trade I was out for 0 profit. So that is how I've taken this trade. But at least I've made this money here. So that is how I keep my members up to date. That was a good opportunity, but we already taken the trade here and we had good room for the price to push up, and that is why this time it feels bit risky to me. So that was one trade sent to the members, and that was a successful trade if you used a smaller target. And then I want to show you the live running trade. Now right here, as you can see, this was a trade alert sent to the members, and not just trade alert, I prepared my members to keep an eye on this zone. If there is a condition, we are going to enter the trades, and that is how I prepared my members. I've sent this zones to my members to keep an eye on the zone below. If the price pulls down, I'll be looking to enter my buy trades, on a smaller time frame. So as you can see, price nicely pulled back and forms what? My nice bullish engulfing pattern. So that is my aggressive entry. And as you can see, this trade is still running. Don't take this trade at this point. It might not hit your take profit. I'm not sure about the risk management. It might push us down. So that is why it's risky to enter at this point. It might come down, forms a double bottom before it pushes up. So that is something I want to show you, that how clear the conditions were. Before the price just broke above, then it pushes down, came in my major structure support, forms my bullish engulfing aggressive entry, and now it's pushing up or down. I'm not sure, but that's the trade still running. My account is not connected today, otherwise I would have shown you in my real account. I've shown some trades in my last weekend's video. Feel free to check that. But again guys, that is a valid entry. That is how I enter my trade from trend continuation support zone, exactly how we took here on USD Japanese yen, exact same entry I've took here, and that's an exact target. So if you know the rules, if you know how to mark the zones, if you know how to enter your trades with right condition, then your trading will go to the much higher level. So if right here we had a perfect push down, and we'll see how that goes. Now similar entry pattern. Now that's an entry from the support trend continuation. I want to show you an entry from a bearish trend continuation. Now exactly it must take profit, and now it is pushing up. Now right here. Now if I scroll up, we had EURCAD. And as you can see right here, that was also sent to the members. If the price pushes up, hit my resistance area, I'll be looking to go short. And what do you see here? A bearish engulfing candle. Now, that's not engulfer on Oanda, but that's a valid engulfer on FXCM platform, which is something I also looked at. And that, according to the stops and target rules, exactly hit my take profit. It might push us further down because we are still below, but that is my target has been hit exactly how we mentioned in the zone, a bearish engulfing condition, and that nicely plays out. And that is something we need to learn, how to mark the zone, where to get the rejections, and if you know that, your games of trades will go to the much higher level. I want to show you one breakout trade, a perfect trade we had, and that was given a shout out to the members twice, not once. I've prepared them twice. Now EURUSD exactly here. First I want to show you the clip from the live session where I exactly prepared a member to wait for the breakout and enter at the breakout. So first let's see the clip, and then after that clip I'm going to show you the members only video clip, which is also sent to my YouTube members. It's only $5 to $6 or pounds a month, where you get these type of alerts as well via videos. So I'm going to show you both videos, first in the live session for the members, second the members only video, and you'll see how nicely that plays out. We are getting a flag pattern here on EURUSD. Now the solid entry will be breakout above because we are above 50 EMA. So a flag pattern has been formed here. Keep looking for your conditions like breakouts with a solid candle. Price nicely broken out of this bull flag pattern. Now that is aggressive entry. The way I take it, I always enter a little bit below and keep a stop losses below this pattern, and then I go 1-to-1 initially, something like this. That's an aggressive entry, and aggressive entries are always risky. Awesome. You see, there is no ifs, there is no buts, clear condition, clear breakout, and how perfectly it pushes up. By the way, that's also one of my entry condition for EURUSD, and it might pushes up to the next resistance. That was a quick tip for you since you're watching this video this far, but that's going to be risky entry since the market is already high, but I can still take it with a low risk. Again guys, don't take my words on it, take your trades on your own risk and shouldn't be taken as any sort of trading advice. So a perfect trade, and then we have a pullback trade, and we'll see how that goes. Now talking about breakouts, one more breakout trade I want to show you, and oh no, that hit my stop loss. Now that is a perfect entry for me, a nice 382 pin bar, a breakout here, but that shows you an example that trading is not 100% accurate. It cannot go in your favor every single time, and the price pushes down, hit my stop loss. That was my stop loss hit, and this trade didn't play out for me, but that was a perfect entry for me. Now I have a stop loss there that didn't let my account to blown off. So that is why very important to keep your stop loss there as well. So losing trade here I want to show you, and that can happen in trading. It cannot be winner all the time. Now talking about breakouts, I want to show you one more breakout trade which I've personally not taken, but I've given a shout out to my members. Symmetrical triangle pattern, a perfect pattern here, but that was a very risky trade for me, but I was more comfortable to enter above rather than entering below. Now first I want to show you the clip that was sent to my YouTube members and priority members, then we can connect the dots from there. US30 also broken out of the symmetrical triangle pattern. Now this pattern doesn't look very convincing to me, but just for the sake of education you can always test that as well. We have a breakout of this candle, and looking at that, I'm expecting a price to push higher as well. So we'll see how this goes. What a perfect move we have got here. Again, I've not taken that, but just to show you how nicely these breakout pattern has been playing out. If you know exact rules, then you know where the entry can happen. There are lots of things I look here when I take my entries. If I want to go for the breakout above or below, which side has a more way, that is something you, my students, going to get to learn very shortly. I'm starting to feel better now. After 3 months, I would say I was sick, and I hope I stay better to record the other lessons. That's going to be put in my course, and that's going to be free for the members who have joined my course. Then talking about indices, we had a trade. Actually, not a trade for me, but an indices, because some members, they like me to send these reports for indices as well. And as you can see, we are prepared for the sell-off from the zone right here. And as you can see, from the zone that was sent to the members, if you trade EURUSD, we had signals on 1 hour, a nice pin bar rejection, a bearish engulfer, and that nicely pushed down from here. Although I don't trade on 15 minutes time frame, smaller time frame, we had a perfect double top as well. First top, second top, and that also played out. Now, if you want to take trades on a smaller time frame, it's your job to backtest these strategies. If you are my student listening to me, if you like to trade on a smaller time frame, make sure you're backtesting these strategy. Now, strategies are applicable on all the time frame, but you need to optimize every single strategy at least 100 times on every single instrument. That is how you become profitable. You are not learning the course just to become profitable next day. You need to go through the whole process, exactly how the doctors go through after finishing the degree, exactly how the pilots go through after finishing the flying course, exactly how the surgeon go through after performing the surgeries on the dummies, so that they know what to expect in the real life. So that is what you need to learn before you jump on with the real money. Now, that played out. Now, talking about double tops, I want to show you one trade that happened, and that was a perfect double bottom, which is right here. Now, this is a signal given to my members in the members only live session. You can count the trades. Still, this week we have got some good badass trades here as well. So 1.1 to 1, 1.4 to 1, both target has been hit, and that is first bottom, second bottom. You know how to identify these zones, then you know how to identify the double bottoms, you know the rules, then no one is stopping you to enter these trades. Now, not only that, that was a zone sent to the members, not this week, no last week, a week before that. And as you can see, we were waiting for the price to come down, form some sort of condition. And once the condition met, we were prepared for the zone. Then we were prepared for the condition. And what condition we have? Then we were waiting for the confirmation. And I'm there to give you confirmation. If you are my member, you are in my live session, then you can ask me a question, Omar, if that's a confirmation or not. First, I want to show you the clip from the live session so that we can connect the dots from there. We have got a double bottom here, your GBP, that was a report sent to you. So according to that, the target will look, say we enter here. Normally I go 1.4 to 1, or I just open two trades, one with 1 to 1, one with 1.4 to 1. Once this take profit is hit, I move my stop loss to break even and let my second trade run risk free. Awesome. So that is what we call patience, taking your trades with right condition. Perfect double bottom within golfer that hit the take profit. And that is how I mentor my students. That is how I try to mentor you guys over the weekend as well, so that you can see how I'm personally taking these trades. Year is about to end, and I'm glad that I'm closing in profit. And that is something I'm going to leave it at the end of the year, which, as you know, I post my results at the end of the year. I've done that for the last 2 years as well, and this is the third year, I think fourth year now I'm coming out in profits. All with the proofs, everything is there. You can verify that. So this week there were not many commodities that played out because we are still waiting for the price to get to those zones, and who knows next week what it brings. Next week could be the badass week, same like we had last week. So that is what the trading is all about. Wait with patience and wait for the right move. Once you find a move, go for it. But except zinc, as you can see right here, there are some members who requested me to add zinc in the report, and as you can see that nicely playing out with the double top pattern right here, and we'll see how that goes. I don't trade zinc, but like I said, some of my members, they want me to add that, and the zinc, it just played out. Otherwise, rest of the commodities and indices and some forex pairs, we are still waiting, and we'll see how next week looks like. It's going to be a bit slower because of the holiday has been almost been started now. So the volume will going to be less until next year. So let's end the first part and let's begin the analysis of net gas, gold, silver, and crude oil. And what do we have right here? Now, First, I'm going to start with Capital.com. Now, Capital.com is working nicely and have a perfect zones as well. And it's going well with my zones. Now, the zone looks really fine here, but I'm going to get to Ovanda, MCX, and NEMEX as well. Now, first, the price broken down from the zone that was already mentioned to you. And now heading towards the major structure support. Now, that's a support which was mentioned to you in the previous videos. And as you can see, that a level from where the market pushed down multiple times. If you look back, that's a level of significance. That is why I'm looking at this level for the possible trade. But till then, what I'm looking at for the possible push down, only bearish trades. I want to also calculate the pullbacks. Now, that could be this lower level or upper level. If you use a lower level, that could be a bit more risky because sometimes the pullback is deeper and stronger. So here, price can still push up to 50%. 382 retracement, and then it can start to push down to 786 level 1, and same as silver 1.618 retracement. So that would be a target, and from this zone I'll be looking to enter my bullish engulfers or double bottom pattern. So we have got oversold, and looking at that, if there is a correction coming, that will be a 382 or 50% retracement. Now, if you like to use the upper level, that would be something like this. The pullback will be bigger but safer. The bigger the pullback is, the more the push down you can expect if you are below the EMA. So if you use this level, it can push up to 50%, 382, or the zone that was broken, which is right here, these numbers in blue, it can hit this zone, forms bearish engulfers or double top will be a strongest entry before it pushes down. So that's the second of the sell condition. Number one, aggressive entry from the zone below, but if you use the upper level, you might miss the trade. Sometimes the market pushes up from the lower level and then it starts to push down. So it's totally up to you if you're not an aggressive trader or want to enter at the solid pullback. So for me, I would prefer entering less aggressively. Now, the third and my favorite entry is just a pullback and bearish engulfing pattern. If you have a condition something like this, I'll be going short and keep on taking short to my green zone, which is right. I've just done the zone, and right here, that's a zone for you. 3.643 goes up to 3.810 on Capital.com. So very simple condition here, and we can use the fib levels here on this platform. Now, let's look here on NEMEX. NEMEX is still inside the support. Now, if you are confused, Omar, if you start to see a pullback on Capital.com, why are we still in the support on Capital.com? So on NEMEX, this might be a bounce from the support, and on Capital.com, this might be a pullback to 382 retracement before it pushes down. So all the platform will go exactly the same, but I look at all the factors for the condition. So if you are looking at Capital.com, if it start to push up and you see the signs of rejection here, means we can see a push down from here. So no buy condition here, and on NEMEX platform there is no buy condition. But if you see a condition like double bottom, that will be a strongest condition, and for the valid double bottom, price must not close below this box. This box is very important. If you see a candle pushes down close below, then this double bottom will become invalid and we are only looking to go short. And if you look here, that's level has acted as a good level previously here, and as you can see previously in the past, it has massively pushed on. That is why we can expect some pullbacks from here before it pushes down. For sell trades, if there is no buy conditions, looking at this oversold here, we can see a pullback. If there's a bearish engulfer, I'm simply going short. So on all the platforms, just look for the pullback entry bearish and only sell trades. If there is a solid double bottom, then we can see just a pullback and I'll be quickly coming out if there is a condition here. Or strong bullish engulfer, aggressive entry happened here, then that will be a signal of some pullback before it pushes down. So that is something I'm looking at on NEMEX. And if you look here on Ovanda, exactly the same. We just have one red candle here, but if you have next candle close as a bullish engulfer, we can see a pullback before it pushes down. Now the zone here on Ovanda is quite far, which is right here, 3.539 goes to 3.625, and that's a level of significance here. As you can see previously, it pushes down multiple times. So that is why that's a level here, not a very strong level, but I will keep on looking for my sell trades with the pullbacks and bearish engulfing pattern. If double bottom happen here, exactly here, and we have a signal like engulfer or pin bar, then I'll be going long. So first, I will look sell trades actively now since we are in a bearish momentum, but I'm expecting some correction with my entry condition if there is a strong bullish engulfer here. On MCX, we are about to hit the support here, but we also have a level of resistance above. If the price pulls back to this level, expect a push down. You can also use a fib tool from here to here to calculate the pullback, and we already got this 50% retracement, but safer would be till here. So pull back to 50% 3-8 retracement, then push down to the support that price is now approaching right here, from where we can see some sort of bounce. Only a bounce I'm expecting before the price pushes down, but actively looking for my bearish pullback entry as well, and I'm only looking to go short. My bias is towards the downside, looking at the bearish cross, but like I said, if I see a strong sign of bullish condition like double bottom, because we are overbought, I'm just expecting a correction, and that correction could be to these fib levels I've already mentioned. So very simple and very easy. Next up, we have gold, and what a move we have got, and clearly mentioned in my last video that we can see a breakout, and after the breakout happens, we can see a push up to these levels. So let's see the clip from the last video so that we can connect the dots from there. Once we are closed above with a solid candle, that's an aggressive buy signal, and we can see a continuation towards the upside. And I'm just going long using my ATR target, which is at this point $26. If I have a signal, I'll go $26 for the take profit and stop loss as well, and I'll be looking at this area for the price to push up with pullbacks, engulfers, or 382 bullish candles to go long. So at this point, with the pullbacks, I'm only buying till the next level, not selling, as we are above 50 and 20 EMA. Perfect. What a move we have got here in gold, and these type of moves can give you some very good profits here, especially in gold, and it nicely hit the take profit and also hit my resistance level. That is what you call patience and taking the trades with condition right at the breakout. But now, as we are approaching the resistance, we have approached the resistance price from the nice bearish engulfer, and looking at that, expect some reactions. It can push up to half of this candle and then start to push down, and that would be very aggressive entry if you enter here right here by keeping a stop loss above and take profit 1-to-1 initially. Now that's an aggressive entry. Now less aggressive entry is something like this. Wait for the push down, pull back, double top. Will be very strong entry here. So if the price pushes up from another bearish engulfer, inverted hammer, 382 candle here, then that will be a valid double top. For the valid double top, you need to mark termination zone exactly like this so that you can be aligned with this zone, and if the price pushes up close above this high, then double top will become invalid. So double top will be very safer if the price pushes up, and then I'll be going short from here with double top. Otherwise, this aggressive entry is right here. That would be risky again. But looking at that, I'm expecting a push down at least to 20 and 50 EMA. And once the price pushes down to 50 EMA, forms bullish engulfer, I'll be going long again till here, using 180 for the initial target, and then I'll look for the double top pattern from here. So very simple and very easy. I'm also looking at gold and silver ratio, which is right in hitting the resistance, means it can likely gonna push down, pull back, just a pullback downwards, mean gold can also give us a pullback upwards, and I mean silver as well. So we can see a possible pullbacks before it pushes back down. So that is something I'm looking at. And next up we have silver. Silver is pushing up like crazy, and all I'm looking at a pullback entry bullish. We have anchor support, a previous anchor level which is right here that was broken, and we can see a possible retest of this anchor support, and then we can see a continuation towards the upside. So if you have a bullish engulfer, double bottom at the anchor support, that's a risky buy signal since there is no support. But if there is a strong bullish engulfer above 50 EMA, that's my pullback entry bullish, and I'll go 180 for the target. High volume here, above $1 here on silver. I've rarely seen that, means silver has a very high volume. So keep an eye out, and I'm only looking to buy silver with my entry condition. Next up we have crude oil. Has formed a double bottom. Now on Ovanda, that's a valid engulfer, means we can see a possible rejection and double bottom with the pin buy as well. Now crude oil is good with double bottoms, double tops, and that is why I like trading crude oil with these patterns. Now as you can see here on a weekly time frame, that is also a double bottom happened, first bottom, and then that's a second bottom. Now I would say triple bottom. On 4 hour, we are getting this minor double bottom. Now that's going to be risky as well with the pin bar. If that was a bullish engulfer, that would be more solid. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting a push up from here, and I've also drawn this trend line. if you're not an aggressive trader, if the price broke above this trend line with a solid candle, that's also a signal that price is likely going to shoot up from here, and that would be an entry as well. So for me, that's a buy signal, and I'm expecting a price to push up again. Guys, take your trades on your own risk. Shouldn't be taken as any sort of trading advice, and don't take my words on it. But that's just the technicals for me. Looking at that, I'm expecting a push up out of crude oil. Break above will also confirm the further trend continuation. So that's it for today's video. Hope you got a value, and if yes, hit like button for me, subscribe if you're new, so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.